there a solution to stress in the workplace for nurses? An issue from understaffing by Arielle-Mae for Johnston Community College. Overview. Understaffing has been an issue for many years, though little improvement has been made. In this presentation, I will be discussing specific solutions to help with this issue. I have also included a plan for feasibility in order to enact these solutions in the most efficient and effective way possible. Understaffing in the workplace. Understaffing in the workplace is caused by many issues, including ethics, stress, and workload. Here in this figure 1, I have displayed a graph which shows the patient per nurse ratio. And as you can see, it is very high and stressful. Understaffing equals high stress. Nurses often find themselves overwhelmed, patients are neglected, and more mistakes are likely to be made. This results in a lesser quality of care. Here I have displayed an image showing the high cost of having low nurse staffing, which includes higher rates of poor patient outcomes, a cost of care increase for patients who develop pneumonia while in the hospital of up to 84%, and a 30-day mortality and an increase in the likelihood of failure to rescue. Also, pressure ulcers' estimated cost per year is $8.5 billion. This explains that with less staffing in hospitals, procedures must cost more in order to compensate for stronger and longer workloads. Nurses are running from their profession. Some of the reasons that nurses are running from the profession include graduation requirements, and that the workload for nurses can be up to 14 patients per nurse. Many people also find the ethics very disagreeable, and harassment is very common in the workplace. My father had a coworker whose wife was a nurse, and she actually had human feces thrown at her by a stubborn and angry patient. In this second figure, I have shown a survey of nurses who were asked for what reasons have they considered leaving the nursing profession. 24% of them said that they felt overworked. 19% said that they spent too much time entering data into electronic health records. And others said things similar to they don't get enough time to spend with patients, or they spend too much time on paperwork and not enough time on quality care. Previous or current solutions. Previous solutions include lessened graduation restrictions and lowering care requirements. Overall, these solutions failed as too many problems resulted. There were more hazards in the workplace because of these, and with restrictions being lowered, it went on to a point that it actually became dangerous for the patients and the staff. My solution ideas. First off, I propose that nurses and hospital staff alike should be given more breaks. This will allow them to get the proper rest that they need, and it will give them time to redirect their focus. It also will improve their general well-being. Second, I propose that we reduce the number of patients per nurse. This will better healthcare and allow nurses to pay closer attention to detail and allow them to give more effective treatment to their patients. Finally, I believe CNAs, or certified nursing assistants, should be better utilized. This will help distribute the workload amongst nursing staff. It will also allow less tasks per nurse. This will allow for more efficient care. Feasibility. First off, a financial sacrifice will be necessary on the hospital's behalf, as they will be taking in less patients per nurse. Because of this, fundraisers are needed to help support the movement to compensate for the hospital's sacrifice. In order to have proper fundraisers, we will need to raise awareness about this issue through social media and open the eyes of others at how serious this issue has become. Legislation to protect nurses and patients is also needed. We need a law that will mandate these solutions and not allow them to be changed around as the hospital sees fitting. Because of such laws, we will need money for a court presence, we will need to petition for a law, and then we can ensure protection for all. In conclusion, with these solutions enacted, we will be given better health care. We will see a better, less stressful work environment for nurses, allowing them to do the best in their jobs. I encourage everyone to help this cause, as everyone could be a patient at any given moment. And everyone deserves excellent health care, especially patients and nurses. This is a list of the references that I used, including the references for my figures and all the information that I gathered that I presented in this presentation. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.